No one remembers these games. Why am I doing this to myself? Hello everybody, my name is Duchess. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, that's because this is my first video. If you do know who I am, who are you and how did you find my house? Today I am going to rank all the songs from the rhythm game series Pinky Street. And for any of you that don't know what that is, most of you, I'll briefly explain. Pinky Street was a series of rhythm games on the Nintendo DS to promote a Japanese doll line of the same name, consisting of Kira Kira Pop Princess in 2006 and Kira Kira Music Night in 2007, also known as Pop Town outside of Japan. Basically, you engage in dance battles against masters of several different genres throughout the city. The more battles you win, the more songs you unlock. Each area of the city has a different genre of music to master, different opponents to beat, and even different tastes in fashion. There are also a few special songs in the rival category which don't adhere to any specific genre, but are used for battles against your rival in each game. So with that history lesson out of the way, onto the tier list. So here are the 5 tiers. We got actually a banger, you know, the ones that are just unreasonably good for an obscure Japanese rhythm game that came out on the DS with all the other shovelware. Really good where it's great, but it's not, you know, not quite as good as actually a banger. Obviously, we got self-explanatory. It exists where it's like I don't know, I don't like them, or they're not that good but they're not offensive, and then there's no. I've broken all of these up into all the different genres as they are presented in the free play mode of the game. So we have, what have we got here? We got a few genres. We got para para, we've got rock, we have J ballad, classic J ballad, or retro. No, they could not decide on a genre name. It changes from game to game. Classical, pop, hip hop, video game music, and then there's the rival songs. So I've categorized them, I've sorted them as they appear in the game. Once you've finished the games and you've unlocked all of the songs, this is how they're sorted. Mostly. I'm seeing a lot of discrepancies, just give me a minute. Okay, I got it sorted. Alright, so I also have one of my video captures here, just in case I need to re-listen to some of the songs, because I'll be real, sometimes I forget what some of these sound like. Alright, first one, Para Para, Starlight Love. Okay, so we're off to a good start right here. We're off to a strong start. We're putting this already in actually a banger. But like, no, let's listen to this track yourself. You can go look it up. It's chef's kiss. Okay, the second one, Express Your Love. I don't know. It's either an I or really good. It's like lower, really good. Express Your Love. Besides the one bit towards the end, it's kind of inane. It just kind of it's just there. Doesn't really do much. Okay, number 3, Generation X. I'm putting this at least in high, really good, if not low, actually a banger. Like, okay, spoiler alert for the Para Para songs in this series. I'm just gonna say it. There's like 9 songs in this series under the Para Para category, and I love 8 of them. Generation X is good. I forgot it had that nice little piano solo in the middle of it. Heightened Emotion. Yeah, now that's going in. That's going in really good. I don't know whether it should go above or below Generation X though. Firestorm. Let me tell y'all something. I have been playing this game series since I was like 10, and Firestorm lives rent-free in my brain. It doesn't live as rent-free in my brain as Starlight Love, but it lives pretty rent-free in there. I really don't know whether to adjust either of these. I think these are good places, these two. Okay, now, from Para Para onto the rock category. Alright, rock, number 1, Victory Road. I replayed this game recently. I did not remember what this sounded like. And when I first replayed this game, my first thought was just imagining the composers in a little boardroom and going, hey, what do prepubescent girls like in terms of music? Oh, I know, Iron Maiden. Yeah, this really just sounds like Iron Maiden music. I don't know how else to express that. It's not bad. It's between high I and low really good. I'm putting it in I. I'll keep it high though. It's a good one. It's a good track. Okay, rock number 2. Sweet Devil Rider. Alright. I got 3 words for all of you. That bass line. Like, dude, it's funky. It's got funky jazz elements. It's got a nice bass line. I don't know what else you could want in your rock music. Distant Believer. Distant Believer was also weird. This one kind of stood out. It just felt so weirdly somber. You're like, I'm playing a game where all the cities, all the towns are named after colors of the rainbow. The most I'm doing is participating in dance battles and getting that fashion, and then suddenly you hit me with this. Like, why did we suddenly get so depressing? It's a good track though. I'm putting it just above Express Your Love. Okay, number 4, Hey Mr. Rolling. So this and the last rock track in this game are basically just Tony Hawk music. They're Tony Hawk music. They've got the trumpets, they've got the ska elements. It's Tony Hawk music. I like this better than the last one, though. Than track number 5. We'll get to that. But yeah. I might put this. I do know this one has a very good guitar solo, so I might put it above Firestorm. Yeah. Okay, number 5, Dreammaker. Dreammaker is good, but I do not prefer it to Hey Mr. Rolling. Might go in maybe around here. Yeah, really good. Okay, next genre. J-Retro / J-Ballad / whatever they call it in this particular game. Okay, so slight disclaimer for a J-Ballad. This will also come up in classical. I'm not a huge fan of music of that genre, so I mean, I don't know how to judge these. I will say though, if I can call them good, and I'm not even a fan of that genre, you've obviously done your job. Long Distance Love, good stuff right there, admittedly. It kind of reminds me of, if anybody's ever played Poppin' Music, it reminds me of the Enka track, the first one from Poppin' 2. Yeah. We'll put this in at least very high I, if not around really good. Yeah, I'd say right around here. Okay. Yeah, J-Ballads were weird in the sense that most of the other genres had about 4 or 5 songs. J-Ballad, along with a few of the other genres that showed up in Music Night or Poptown, had only 2 songs and you were done. So yeah, this is the last track from this genre for this game. Here we got Peach Folk Song. I loved this one as a kid. I still like it. I like that whole Japanese summer festival kind of vibe it's going for. Is it better than Long Distance Love though? It's apples and oranges in this case. Long Distance Love and Peach Folk Song are so different. I don't like one better than the other, but I do like them both. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep that there. If this bothers me, I will go back to it. Alright, now for classical. Once again, disclaimer, I'm not a huge fan of classical music. So if I like it, they've obviously done their job. If I don't, that could just be my opinion. Maybe it's a banger for somebody else. Who knows? Now, Smile March. I keep forgetting what the middle of this sounds like. You see, because when you haven't unlocked any of the songs in this game, by default they give you the first classic song. At least in this game. I think in the second one they give you the first pop. But in this one, every time I open up the free play mode, I would just get greeted with the start of this song, and that's all I can remember out of this. It does what it's setting out to do. It's doing a march. It's a good march. I'm gonna put this in height. Yeah, like I said, it's probably a banger to somebody that enjoys classical music. I am not that person. Dream Garden. You know what kind of vibes Dream Garden gives me? It gives me background music I would expect to hear in Ouran High School Host Club. That's my most specific description of the vibes Dream Garden gives me. Anyway, I'm putting this in I. We'll go right under Smile March because I like them both equally, in the sense that I will not go out of my way to listen to them, but they're good. They're good. Beautiful Swan. It exists. I don't really have anything to say about it, or most of the other classical songs. I have forgotten what Starshine sounds like. I have listened to this today and I forgot which one this is, so no. I had to listen to it again. I remember what this sounds like now. So I grew up on Nintendo DS games from around the ages of 10 onwards, but I would play a lot of very girly / babyish games. Like I almost never picked anything challenging. So one of the games I picked was My Little Pony Pinkie Pie's Party, and this was back when there was Generation 3 My Little Pony, not right before Friendship is Magic. So everything was still very orchestral music, very pretty and girly and vapid, and had no substance outside of pretty colors. And Starshine kind of reminds me of the music I would hear in Pinkie Pie's Party. That is, I will say, that is in no way a dig at it, because as vapid and bad as the game was, the music was kind of a banger. It was nice. It's nice to listen to. So Starshine, am I going high? It exists. Okay, last one. Mega Competition. Okay, just gonna admit this right now. When I first listened to this, Kirby. That's all I could hear. This is Kirby music. This is Kirby music. This is going in It Exists. I might put it right above Beautiful Swan. It's good, but again, I cannot unhear Kirby. I don't even dislike Kirby. I just cannot take this song serious because I can't unhear Kirby. Okay, now for pop. Feeling Happy. Okay, this is one of those that has lived in my head rent-free since I heard it as a child. It's good stuff. I think I've listened to it one too many times. I like it, but I think I'm starting to get tired of it. But I liked it. I still like it. So it's going in low, actually, maybe it might go in high, really good. Yeah, you're going right under Heightened Emotion. Yeah. Recurring Memories. This is another of those songs in this game that does not feel like it should be here. Like, why does this one sound so serious? Why does it sound so sad? Well, not sad, but it just sounds so serious and angsty, and I feel like I'm watching a crime drama. I did like it once I got over how jarring this was to hear in such a happy-go-lucky game. I'm gonna put this is on par with Feeling Happy, I will say. Yeah. I like Recurring Memories, despite how jarring that and Distant Believer felt in a game about music and fashion. Ever Rain. Okay, if y'all ever search up these songs to listen to by yourselves, go look up the OST version of Ever Rain, because that came with copies of Music Night, I believe. You know, copies that I do not have for reasons I will not disclose, but there is a rearranged, long, vocalized version of Ever Rain. There's one of that, there's one of Starlight Love, there's one of Perfect Night, which is going to come up later. And they're all incredible. Y'all need to listen to this. If you ever look it up, Ever Rain is good. Ever Rain is going in... Okay, I will not be swayed by how good the arranged version is. I need to be clear on that, because the version that's in the game is good, but I'm misremembering how good it is because the arranged version was just so incredible. Ever Rain can go in really good, right under Recurring Memories. No, you know what? It goes above Recurring Memories. Yeah, it's good, but the arranged version is tainting my memories. 4. Silent Memory. This is weird. Why does the pop genre in this game have 2 songs to do with memory? Anyway, Silent Memory. This feels like anime music. It feels like the opening to an anime. That's my best description of this. It's good. I won't say it's as good as the other songs, because the first couple of times that I re-listened to it, I kept forgetting it existed. I'll put it in really good, maybe? Or I might put it in aight. I don't know whether to put it above Victory Road. It's growing on me. It's growing on me the more I listen to it. I Won't Let Go. This side. I'll put it right under Silent Memory. I think Silent Memory is slightly better, which is kind of sad for what's basically the boss song for this category. Alright, next genre. Hip-hop. Okay, we got Slow Time. I'm probably going to say this about this song and a few of the other songs in this game in the hip-hop category. This is just another song in a different genre with turntables put in. That being said, Slow Time. Good, but I don't know how it got in this category. Putting it... yeah, it's really nice and calming. I like this track. Yesterday Again. I feel like when the composers were making this, they basically said, let's try to make an instrumental version of a TLC song. I did not like this the first time I re-listened to it. It's growing on me. I don't dislike it as much, but I don't think I will listen to it voluntarily. I'm putting it in It Exists. It goes above... no, it goes above Mega Competition. Fine Day. This is somewhere between aight and It Exists. I'm gonna say low aight. Won't go out of my way to listen to it. It doesn't offend any of my senses. Chance. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Chance is disco music. It's disco music with turntables put in. Y'all cannot put turntable music over disco and call it hip-hop. This is disco. That being said, I'm putting this in really good. This one's kind of a bop, actually. I put it over Express Your Love. Okay, now what do you want? The last hip-hop song? This is hip-hop. This is what I would imagine. Like, you give me kid-safe, kid-friendly, girly hip-hop. This is what I want. This is like, it doesn't feel like it could be crammed into some other genre if you took out the turntables. No, this really does feel hip-hoppy. So I'm gonna put this in low. Actually a banger. Is actually a banger. Okay, now for video game music. This is gonna come up later, but first off, I wanted to commend Pop Princess's video game soundtracks, because they have video game elements. They have very chiptune elements. That's what defines this particular category. But they also feel like they're other songs first. They're a song first and then like chiptune second. There's like so much variety happening in all of these. There's song elements other than just chiptune bit music, whatever on earth, but it is still very unmistakably video game inspired music, and they all kind of slap. This is gonna come up later because I will rant about that. Electro Love. I'm gonna put this in aight. I don't love all of the video game songs, but I do recognize they are good. They slap. Electro Love is like what I mean by it's a song first and it's chiptune second, because you get all the chiptune elements, but it feels like Caribbean inspired music first. Maybe it can feel very haphazard. It feels like the chiptune elements were kind of slapped on, but I don't know. They're slapped on very well. Like, the main element in this song is the chiptune. You can't really take it out and still be left with the same song. You could maybe replace it with a different instrument and be left with the same song, but as is. Yeah, this might go in high aight. I'm putting this right below Victory Road. That's where my opinion lies on this one. Okay, Beep Beep Ding Dong. I really hope the original Japanese version of the title of this song is less ridiculous than this. Beep Beep Ding Dong. Okay, so Beep Beep Ding Dong is... Beep Beep Ding Dong. This one's actually quite a bop. It should go somewhere in really good, definitely. I might need to rearrange this a little bit. And yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, Dot Hero 87. I gotta say, with how the rest of the songs in this category have been in this game so far, the first few times I listened to Dot Hero 87, I was disappointed. Like, you've got songs that are very inspired by video game music, but do not constrain themselves to being 8-bit music, and then suddenly we got just 8-bit music. Granted, it's really good 8-bit music. Like, that little dip at the end in the chorus. I'm a sucker for harmonizing, so that was good stuff to me. So, Dot Hero 87. That's going in really good. I say it goes either on par with or just around. It should go around Express Your Love. Good, it gets better the more I listen to it, but it's not as good as its peers. This is really ironic. I put Electro Love under it, but I say that it's not as good as this. Maybe I should rearrange a few things. Spring Bit. Okay, with this we are back in business. We got more creative songs going on. I like this. This one really has a nice foliage is growing out of the ground in my garden, and it's all colorful and pretty kind of vibe going. I might put this right above Electro Love. This is so sad. I piled on all this praise about the other video game songs, and yet I'm ranking them underneath Dot Hero 87, which I thought it was going to rank even lower. Okay, maybe it should go in I, but it's... No, you know what? I'm keeping it here. Okay, Everybody Digital. This, I got introduced to this when I went looking up footage or songs from Pop Town, because ironically I played Pop Town first. That's what happens when you localize your game title as Pop Town, have it have nothing to do with the first game, so I just got really confused and I played the second game first. Anyway, Everybody Digital, this is some good stuff right here. I would say it's just above Beep Beep Ding Dong. It's good. It feels like a really good, strong send-off to this particular genre in the game. Like, if you want to go out like with a bang for your boss music, that right there, that's how you do it. Make it just a bit more dramatic than the other songs you presented so far. Okay, now for the rival songs. I'm gonna need a minute because, admittedly, I feel like I keep forgetting what the first three even sound like. I'll be right back.
After 3 boring minutes, The Rock says...
Recap done. Alright. Kira Kira. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this in. It exists. It doesn't offend. That's the thing with this and some of the other rival songs. They do not offend. I just keep forgetting what they sound like. So it's the same with Skywalker right here. This one goes in It Exists. I might put it right above Kira Kira though. I'd say these two are quite on par actually. Golden Tune. I feel like Golden Tune, when I re-listened to it recently, I just kind of thought, this is a reject from the rock category. Or like, they just composed one too many rock songs and they just went, you know what, why don't we put one of them in the rival category? This one's going in mid-eyed. Okay, Perfect Night. Perfect Night, like I said, is another of those songs that had a vocalized long OST version in the second game. Good stuff. And the game track version of it is not far behind. Like, Everrain, the arranged version feels significantly better than the game version. Starlight Love, it's about on par with the vocal version. This and the vocal version are just top tier. So I might put this in actually a banger. I'm gonna put it right above Hey Mr. Rolling. Nope. It's gonna be hard to beat Sweet Double Rider and its crispy bass lines. Alright, so this is where Perfect Night is. And that right there, that is all of Kira Kira Pop Princess. From here on out, it is Music Night. Now, Music Night introduces quite a few more genres. Basically, they're like, okay, so you've got your usual genres. You got your usual rivals to beat. And also, every now and then, we're just gonna toss in some rando who comes in blowing it out of town. All, hey, I wanna dance battle? Dance off, bro. Me and you. in about 3 different genres, 2 songs each, and then they just dip. So we're going to have our usual, but then we've got the addition of 3 more categories. Another way this will differ from Pop Princess is that all the categories, instead of having 5 songs each, will now have 4 songs each. Retro is the same as usual. It has only 2. So once again, we are starting with Para Para, Crisis for You, or Crisis to You. Okay, look, I have the localized English version of this game, and I also have a Japanese version of the game, and this will come up later, but there will be a few localized titles that I just refuse, that I will categorically refuse to use instead of their original Japanese. That's how bad they are. Alright, so Crisis for You. Okay, my only thoughts on this one are just, why are we starting off so damn intense? Ease me into the game a little bit. This is the first song you encounter, and I feel like I'm listening to boss music. It's called Crisis for You, for the love of... Why are you distressing me? Why are you distressing me first thing in the morning? Who starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. So, Crisis for You. I can put it in high I, if not low really good. I'm putting it in high I. The Power Power songs are not as good as they were in Pop Princess. I just vibe with the Pop Princess ones a bit more. So I'm putting this above Silent Memory. Yeah, with Crystal Parade. I feel like I really did not like this one as a kid, and I don't 100% blame me for that. It's not as bad as I remembered. I don't love it though. This does not indicate my opinion of it in any way, whether or not I like it, but I kind of cannot unsee a parade at Disney whenever I listen to this. I think that means it's done its job. It's a parade song, but still. Yeah, no, I'm putting it in It Exists. This and Crisis for You are like the only Para Para songs that I do not actively enjoy. in this series. Oh man, look at the image they use for Crystal Parade. Look at how 2000s, look at this 2000s looking woman. This how to draw manga woman right here. Okay, Exodus. This is one of 2 songs where I just refuse to use the localized English version of this song's name. Alright? I don't even understand. Like for this one right here, for the second one that's going to come up, I will understand why they had to localize it. You know, it was in Japanese, so I can understand if they wanted to make it more approachable to English-speaking audiences. Exodus was already in English. I don't understand why they needed to localize it. It's in English. Were they afraid of pissing off God? Because it's a Bible book? I don't get it. Anyway, Exodus. Exodus was one of my favorites. So I'm gonna put this in really good. It's up there with Generation X and Heightened Emotion, if not right below Firestorm. I might say, yeah, just above these two. Neon Stream. This right here was my favorite track in the whole game as a child. It was so good. This one just, once again, lived in my head rent-free for years. Like, if I ever wanted to go out of my way to listen to any of the tracks in either of these games, or at least in this one specifically, it's this one. It's Neon Stream. Neon Stream also had an English name in the Japanese release, so I really don't understand why the need to change the title. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It was called Love Savior in Japanese. That's not a bad name. Why did they change it? Neon Stream sounds cool too. It's just, why? Neon Stream and your carpal tunnel causing stage are going in actually a banger. I might actually put you right above Sweet Devil Rider. They did it. They finally managed to beat the crisp bass line. Alright, Rock You Like. I forgot what the Japanese version of this title was, but it had the phrase Purple Rain in it, so I think the only reason they wanted to change that so drastically was just to avoid copyright issues. I can only imagine. I'm putting it maybe right below Exodus. This one's an earworm. I like it. Back of the Beast. I liked this as a kid. I feel like I like it less now, admittedly. It's gonna go in a high 8. I Am Running Man. This one just wants to be Hey Mr. Rolling so hard. It wants to be Hey Mr. Rolling so bad. This might go in low 8. Let me just put it above. Yeah, that looks good. Black Tiger. Okay, so this is an issue with how my headphones react with my DS, and also just, I think, the need to compress audio for the DS. So it's like everything will be a little bit compressed. It can still sound good. It's just gonna be bit crushed to hell and back. Black Tiger is a victim of that bit crushing. When I listened to this with headphones, it actually just sounded like noise. It sounded awful. On speakers, it sounds pretty okay. Maybe a little bit compressed, but not as bad as I thought. But wow, it was, yeah, do not play this game. Do not play this track on a DS with headphones, because it just sounds like garbage. You're gonna go an I. You're right above I Am Running Man. Even with speakers saving you, it's still a very okay track. It exists. It's there. I don't know why the rock tracks in this game sound so bad, and then the ones in Pop Princess just sounded cleaner and less like straight noise. I think that's what they needed to do. They needed to lean more into the ska aspect as opposed to trying to do metal on the DS. Don't do metal on the DS. It did not work. Okay, retro / J ballad. Orange in a Can. Okay, this is what that disclaimer earlier was for, about me not particularly liking J ballads. It was for this specifically. Orange in a Can is so boring. It is so boring. It's nothing is happening. I think I just don't like ballads or slow music in general, but this just had nothing happening. Orange in a Can. As much as I can envision it playing in that stage, the stage in Matramele, that's as much as I can say about it. I'm putting it in though it exists as not just straight no. Pinky Festival. This was a departure from Orange in a Can. This one is at least good. I might put it, I'd say it's right between Long Distance Love and Peach Folk Song. This one's nice. This is high octane right here. This one's fun. This, like, I can imagine going out of my way to listen to. And I like that both this and Peach Folk Song have a very festival vibe to it, but very different versions of that vibe. You get, oh, okay, we're having a nice happy little festival, we're having snacks, we're having drinks, it's summer, we're just having fun, and then the festival is just, I am about to enter a drinking / taiko drumming competition with the next drunk guy that looks at me funny. Okay, so now for classical. Comet, I might need to come back because I think I've confused this with Starshine.
12 seconds later.
Anyway, what I said earlier about the My Little Pony music, yeah, Comet sounds exactly like My Little Pony music as well. Just for that, I think you get to go in It Exists. Or you get to go in a very low No, you're going in It Exists. Polar Bear March. I can't distinguish it from Smile March, I'm gonna be real with you. This is the problem with the classical songs. Because they don't stand out much in my head, because I don't like classical music in general, I don't remember what Polar Bear March sounds like, and I've listened to it today. Give me a moment.
3 boring minutes.
It's alright. I will say it's at the same tier as Smile March, actually. Like, as much as I forgot it, once I refresh my memory, it's quite good. I could listen to this on the regular, maybe. Okay, maybe not that regular, but you know what I mean. Lady Salmon. This song was so weird to me because you look at this sophisticated lady on the song image, right? You look at that, you expect slow, gentle, just serene, right? And then meanwhile it sounds like this. This is another one that kind of sounds like Kirby music. It doesn't hit the Kirby-ness until towards the end, but it does have Kirby-ness. It's that fast, it's that manic, it's that big band. Where can I put Mega Competition? I don't even know where things are anymore. Oh, it's there. I will put it just below Golden Tune, I think. Yeah, no, this one actually kind of slaps. I like it, which would be saying a lot for classical. But I enjoy this. Eternal Ma Chérie. Yeah, no, I'm gonna put this in a very high It Exists. It's a good send-off for this category, this genre, but you know, I'm not going to listen to this on a regular basis. On to pop, Innocent Dreams. This one's kind of alright. Honestly, a lot of the pop songs in this installment feel like anime openings. Like, you listen to them and all you can see in your head is a slice of life rom-com. It's alright. I might put this in a very high I. It's decent, but it also doesn't stick out as much to me as some of these other tracks. Like, damn. Webbed Trap. Okay, of all the unattainable, overly specific fantasies I've ever had, I want there to be a vocalized version of Webbed Trap here. And I want it to be sung by, like, Kamijo.
Cute penguin.
Either that or either of the vocalists of Malice Miser. I don't know. It gives me a very 90s dramatic J-rock vibe. I'm not sure how to explain it. I just keep imagining this but sung by a J-rocker. And you've got dramatic guitars, orchestral tracks and everything. It's I might put this in actually a banger. I might put it right under Sweet Devil Rider. This is a good one. Like, I actually do wish there were a vocalized version of this. This one's nice. Blue Sky of Delight. This one is the other one that I meant by by these are anime openings. I'm not sure where to put it. I might put it right under Innocent Dreams, mainly because I forget what this one sounds like all the way through. Actually, I might put it a bit lower than I Won't Let Go. You know what? Yeah. It's very high, it exists. Dreaming of You. I feel like my enjoyment of this one is slightly hindered because, little story, because I played these games when I was 10, I tried to do a vocal cover of Dreamin' of You. I had lyrics written out and everything. I don't want to remember most of it. So this is probably more of a banger than I think, but you're going above I Won't Let Go. It's a slightly better, I would say this is a better send-off sort of song than I Won't Let Go. Both of them don't really do much with being the last song in their categories. They kind of feel like, oh yeah, no, this is just another song in the category. It maybe does a bit more, but it doesn't do that much more. There's other songs that really just go all out, like Neon Stream and Firestorm and What Do You Want? Like, those ones really just, you want to go out with a bang? We're going out with a bang. Okay, now for hip-hop. Fujori Tengoku. Now, I don't care all that much if I mispronounce that. I don't care that that's in Japanese, and I don't totally understand what it means, but I categorically refuse to use the localized version of the title of the song. The localized version of the title of the song does not do this thing any justice. This right here, this is an earworm. This is a banger. I might put this in very low, actually a banger. This is an earworm, but I don't think it's as extravagant as some of these right here. It's a more chill track. Doesn't set out to do as much as all of these. It's kind of like Rock You Like, you know? Simple, but good for what it is. Moonlight Serenade. I remember not liking this one as a child. I'm wondering whether that could just be because the DS's noise, sound compression. A lot of songs had a lot of very high-pitched ringing noises in them, which I'm sure was not pleasant to me at the age of 10. But once I get past that, this is not bad. I like this a lot more than I did as a child. Side note, I will say these songs for music night in the hip-hop category feel more like they fit there than the ones in Pop Princess. Mr. I'm just gonna put turntables over a disco track. Good lord. Moonlight Serenade. I'd say that goes in the middle of really good. I do like this track. 1:25 a.m. This is another of those songs where, why are you here in this happy-go-lucky fashion and music and cutesy pop game when you are this somber? This does slap. I might say it's in really good, if not very low, actually a banger. But this is just so jarringly somber for this game. I guess I should be saying that about some of the rock tracks in this, because my goodness, Back at the Beast, what is that doing here? That is metal. That is straight this game trying to do metal. It's like, I'm going to introduce metal, heavy metal, to 10-year-olds everywhere. And honestly, respect for that, for attempting to do that. 1:25 a.m. I might put this, I'd say it's on the same level as Exodus. Yeah, this one's good. Kowloon Dance. Sadly, I don't love this as much as the other hip-hop songs in this game. This feels like they made a song and they didn't quite know which category to put it in, so they just went, you know what, the closest thing I think we can put it in is hip-hop, and that's how we ended up here. It's not bad, it just feels very lost. Might put it in very high it exists. Will not go out of my way to listen to this one. Okay, yeah, no, here we go. Video game music. You know what I was saying? All my praises about Pop Princess's video game music, how creative they were, how they delved into different genres of music. They almost put the chiptuneness second, but they still made it a vital part of the songs, making a unique experience where you've got video game inspired music, but it's still really good. How about we just put NES, like quality music, into our game, call it video game music. Like, this is not video game inspired. This is just NES era music. That's what it feels like to me. As good as it is, how can we go from what we had in Pop Princess to this, and you don't expect me to be disappointed? I was disappointed. I swear, I started playing Super Bitman over here, and I think my first instinct halfway through was, where's the rest of it? Where's the rest of the song? This cannot be it. Alright, rant over, but Super Bitman, inoffensive, if you take away any and all preceding context from it. No, I might put it in it exists. It's in the middle of it exists. Even if you take all that context out of it, it's just kind of there. It's just kind of there. You end off with Everyone Digital, and then you give me this in the next game. This is the hill I will die on. I'm mad. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in this. Acorn Adventure. This I think is better than Super Bitman. It's not as good as what we have in Pop Princess. It doesn't have that kind of craziness. I'm delving into other genres, but I'm still keeping it chiptune-y. But for what it's doing, just chiptune music, I don't know, I can't help but find it very cute. It's just so cute. So I end up enjoying it. Acorn Adventure, you're definitely going above Super Bitman. I'm gonna put you in I'd actually. It's not as good as what happens in Pop Princess, but it's better than Super Bitman. Space Ninja Q. This is somewhere between the aforementioned two right here. I guess it's good for what it is, but man is it simple. I'm definitely putting it in maybe high it exists. You're going above Starshine. At least I can remember what this sounds like after re-listening to it today. That's got to be more than I can say for some of the other tracks that I've put on here. I can remember what this sounds like. Dot Heroes Return. Speaking of I can remember what this sounds like.
2,000 years later.
Okay. I think for Dot Heroes Return, they were trying to get back on track with what they did in Pop Princess, where it's like, okay, let's experiment a little bit with the genre. Let's try and be a bit more creative with the video game inspired songs. And as much as I was criticizing it for not doing that, I don't like this one. It's not as offensive to me as Orange in a Can, but it is. I don't like this one. No, yeah, I just do not like it. No sir, I don't like it. Okay, now for the really weird extra genres that this game threw in. So we have two songs in jazz. We got Like a Bubble right here. This one's kind of a bop. This one's very cute. This is very charming to listen to. I'm putting this at least in really good. You're going right under Rock You Like. But I think I like you about as much as I like Rock You Like. Rock You Like is really quite an earworm, but this one's just so charming. Butterfly Flutter. This is another of the songs where I feel like they composed it and had no idea where to put it, and jazz was the closest thing that they could put it in. It's kind of catchy, even if it doesn't strike me as jazz. I put this in the lowest really good. Or the highest I'd. Not the best, but it's fun. I can imagine just listening to it every now and then. Okay, country. I'm not a fan of country music, so I don't hold a very high opinion of these ones. Orange Road. You're going in It Exists. This is a nice... I'm in rural country land. I've nothing but a duffel bag on my back. I'm ready to walk towards my destination. Vehicles are for suckers. Vehicles are for city dwellers. I don't know. It really just sounds like the destination is the adventure. The adventure in the great open air with all the flowers and the straight corn stalks. I'm putting it in It Exists. You go right above Space Ninja Q. It's a relaxing track, but I cannot imagine listening to this by itself. Okay, we got Farm It. I gotta say, I think I need to check, but the Japanese release title for this, I think, was like, let's farm some potatoes together, and I think that's beautiful. And this one's definitely faster paced than Orange Road. This one really is, okay, we are getting down to business. We are pulling up our galoshes. We are rolling up our overalls. We're putting on our gloves. We're putting on our straw hats. We are gonna farm them potatoes. So I'm gonna put it in It Exists. It's on the same tier as Orange Road because once again, I don't have a very high opinion of them. I can appreciate them, but I will not listen to them just out of nowhere. I won't go out of my way. I love how they had to use the same clip art of this smiling guy from Hey Mr. Rolling. Well, I don't think they had to. I don't know why they did this, but I'm not going to question it. Okay, then for the third weird genre, we got opera. Okay, this as a concept annoys me. Why on earth is opera a separate genre? You know, classical is already there. I mean, yes, the opera songs are a bit distinguishable from classical because they're slightly slower. There's nothing else. I don't think there's like a tangible difference, a very clear difference between this and classical. That on a concept level, that annoys me. Why do these exist? Why does this category exist? That being said, Shining Orion. I enjoy this. Actually, with all my ranting, I enjoy this. I might put it in I might put it above some of the classical ones, actually. Ocean Towers. Oh no, did I go and confuse both of the opera songs together? Nope, not really. Okay, both are on the same tier. They have very similar vibes. I can enjoy them. That's about it. I don't have anything else. Why do these exist? Classical music is right there. I don't understand. Okay, now for the rival songs of this game. The rival songs in Music Night fare so much better than in Pop Princess. Pop Princess really just kind of exists, right? They're all in if not, yeah, they're on the It Exists tier right here. These ones fare a lot better. Not starting with Sky Adventure because Sky Adventure is just there. Yeah, okay, so you are going... Yeah, you're on the same level as these rival songs. But starting from Network 7, they become bangers. This Network 7... Network 7, when I tell you that when I started replaying this game and I got to get this rival song, the second I saw the title, it all came flooding right back to me, all the memories of this song, and I realized, oh, I forgot about you. But I remember you are a banger! You should go... Nah, man. You might go right above. Okay. Bold statement, but I think this belongs at least around this area right here. This is This is the good stuff right here. Okay, Jump in Motion. I almost called this Super Jumpin' Night. Because of the Japanese title again. This one, I like the rest of the song, but there are female vocals that kick in, and some of them kind of sound like they're off rhythm. I don't think they really are, but they feel very off rhythm to the rest of the song, and it kind of annoys me when I listen to it. Other than that, it's good. It's an okay song. I might put this in very low, really good. The vocals kind of bog it down for me a little bit. Okay, now Type X. Type X is weird in terms of song structure, but damn, this one's good. I don't know if it's in the same league as Perfect Night, but I'd say it's damn near up there. It's good stuff. And that is the tier list. We've only got one song that I actively dislike enough to put it in the bad tier. That's just cause of how boring I find it. Like, even Dot Heroes Return, I feel like this one is at least trying. Everything else is like, I will not actively listen to this, but I can appreciate it. These are, you know, they're there. I can appreciate them for what they are. This one really is just, no, turn it off. I'm bored. I'm sorry. I'm bored. Alright, so final result. We have 11 actually a bangers. I feel like I was expecting more. I might have been a bit harsh. But yeah, you really gotta do something to my neuron activation to get in actually a banger. On the other hand, we've got about 22 really good, 21 aight, and we got 17 it exists. I gotta say that's for a rhythm game, it should be expected, obviously. Like, just have good songs. That's the first thing you should be prioritizing if you've got a rhythm game going. But yeah, for the longest time I just kind of figured, well, it was on the DS and it got forgotten, so it couldn't have been that good. I'm not expecting good things out of this now that I'm a earning and working adult. But yeah, look at this. This is a good ratio of good songs right here, of songs I can enjoy. Like, there's so many of these that I would probably go out of my way to listen to. Songs that I can play the stages for over and over again. Songs I can actively avoid. But there's only one. There's only one that I will actively just avoid. I just dislike. That's really good for a forgotten rhythm game on the DS, I feel. If anybody has any differing opinions to this tier list, if there's anybody watching this who also happens to be in the minority that has even played this game, let me know, and I will let you know that you are wrong.